Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start this video, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to and watching this. Your support really means a lot, and at the moment, with 2 subscribers, I'm grateful for those 2 subscribers. So as you might have noticed, I've started a 12-day series of posting myself consistently until I find a sponsor who will take me to the African youth in Uganda. I've been training very hard lately, and to yesterday I wasn't able to post. So the reason being is because I was at a tournament. I was at a self-made tournament which I organized, and I'll be showing you the games I played there. Unfortunately, I'll only be showing you one game where I played the highest rated player in Lesotho and the only person to ever cross the 2000 rating in the country. His name is candidate Master Tshepe Bajwa, the current Lesotho #1 with a standard rating of 2002. So he's part of the KTHS club and he comes and trains with us from time to time. So this tournament was organized to help prepare players such as me, but most importantly, Tato Murusi, an under 14 player who won the Susan at 50 Chess Championship, the one I played in March. Um, so yeah, let's dive right into the game. Um, for once I played this game as black, and he started the game with pawn to e4. Then I responded with pawn to e5, knight f3, and then knight f6. This is the main line of the Petrov's defense. He fought for a while, then he played knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, then knight takes e4. This is standard main line. Nothing too. This is the main line. Nothing too serious yet. Playing natural opening moves. Then he plays knight c3. Um, I'm not peculiar with the move knight c3 as much. At times I'd go back to f6. I'm still a beginner while playing the Petros defense. Here, I think I should have played a move like d5, or maybe yes, knight back to f6. I think it's still part of theory, but then I opted to take d takes c3, and we'll end up in this kind of position. Then I played d5. Just trying to open up for my bishop, maybe to put it on d6. But really, the thing is, uh, I wasn't really sure about this move. D takes c3. Um, for once, I want to believe you actually, instead of when you have a position like knight takes c3, I think b takes c3 is better here in this position, with the idea of d4 maybe, and then maybe with like moves like bishop to d3. But I don't think he felt comfortable with that. So yeah, um, we went for this line of d takes c3 and then d5. Here he played the move bishop to d3. Um, I responded with bishop to d6. He played bishop to e3. Then I played c5, just trying to grab space on the queen side. Since I think yes, just trying to have a nice pawn structure here, and looking for ideas of d4 in the future. Um, yeah, just d4, or maybe if not d4, maybe c4 maybe. Yes, in long term, not necessarily at the moment. He played queen e2. Um, yes, queen e2. This move got me thinking a lot because he's normally a d4 kind of player, but he decided to opt for e4 since he was playing like me, of course, which kind of offended me a little bit. But yeah, he played queen e2. I responded with queen d7. Um, the funny thing is that he once played something similar to me against him at the NUL Open. Yes, I posted a video where I be the candidate master there, and I didn't show you the game I played against him. Sorry for that. And there was at some point where he played Queen E2. Eventually, he did win the game, but then not in a convincing manner. But a win is a win, and he managed to outplay me. Queen E7 just trying to block uh, any discovery attacks he may have, or maybe he would like to take that pawn. Let's say I played a move like, but I think you see, let's say played like I played 96. I think an idea would be bishop takes with a check, discovery, with the discovery, and yeah, then his position is way better. So after queen e7, he played queen d2. I'm not really sure why myself. Maybe with the idea of bishop here in the future. Then I just played knight to c6. Um, like I said, with the idea of d4. Then he queenside castle. So here he looked way better because the moment the bishop moves any side of the board, he'll be putting a lot of pressure on my d5 pawn, which I don't really like. I covered with bishop e7 and then he followed with knight g5. Here, I wasn't really sure what I was doing here because I found myself in this position. I thought of kingside castles at first, but then I didn't really like it because he's like he has these kind of ideas, and I saw a lot of nasty stuff in this position. So let's say castles, yes, let's say bishop h7, king h8, then he had follows with h4, h5, and I didn't really like my position as much, and it was really losing. On top of that, yes, he looked way better here, so I didn't really feel like castling kingside. So with knight g5, um, also castling queenside wasn't really an option since I pushed my pawn to c5. I think I was still safe, but then, looking at these bishops, they can pose as a threat, maybe. So I didn't really like the moves as much. Um, yeah. Other than that, sorry for that. Other than that, yeah, his bishops looked very strong on this side. He could eventually reload this knight. I don't know, maybe f4. Sorry, wait, maybe like f4, and when he tries to load his knight, maybe f4, knight back, and then planting it into the square. I'm not really sure. I just knew that he's stronger than me, so I was afraid of playing any sharp position with him. I played h6. I wasn't really sure what to do here. Then I was like, you dumb, dumb, dumb boy. Why the would you push h6, man? Then I saw like um this move. I saw like takes and then yeah, bishop to g6, and then yeah, I was so lost because I can't really, and that's when he played knight takes e6. Um, after knight takes e6, I followed. If queen takes e6, I think he just had something like this discovery, and then if bishop takes, I think he has something like yes, something like this, which he pins. Yeah, I didn't really see. I thought I was losing here, and I'm not. Not even. It's not even a must for bishop takes five. Maybe. Yeah, something. No. That's losing. That's losing because of queen takes. Queen takes. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. So yeah. I took with the pawn, and then he followed with bishop g6 check. So here I had an option. Do I want to come here, here, or here? Because obviously I can block, like, if I block, the only piece I can block with is my queen, and just take. So I had to decide which three pieces, which side to move my team. I quickly figured out this doesn't look right. Eventual sacrifices, maybe, let's say here. He had, maybe he can sacrifice. I don't know, I'm not really sure, but then I don't think my king is safe on that side. So I played king d8. I didn't really see the idea of coming here really, because then I just put myself under a whole lot of heat with these kind of tactics. So, and let's say c4, yeah, I didn't really see much into it. c4, maybe, I don't know really. Yes, something like this. And then with ideas of something like with c3 maybe. I'm not sure, not really sure, but I'm happy I king d8, but I decided to opt for king d8. Then he pushed h4. I think he was trying to do something like a minority attack or something. I didn't give much thought to it and played king c7. After king c7, he played g4. Then I played queen f6. I don't know, maybe just trying to attack, looking for multi-purpose moves. Then he pushed, yes, queen f6, sorry, queen f6, and then h4, yes, queen f6, h4. I didn't really see what the bishop was doing over there, but okay, it's over there and stuff. I played rook a to d8. Like I said, threatening these kind of tactics here. D4, long term moves with D4, and later on, let's say takes, 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 and then give discovery checks, and then there's a lot of critical ideas here, and he didn't see it. The thing is, when I played, it's like practice games, so he didn't really put much thought into it. What really like annoyed me was that it was actually on Instagram when I was playing him, and I didn't think he took it much seriously. But so I punished him for that rook h to 8. Then I played d4. Then I was like, then he said to himself, "You're such a pata, man." Like he was actually talking to himself, because he was like, he knew that he kind of blundered or something. I don't think he blundered as much as he reacted. But then I think, yes, I think yes, this was losing because of this discovered attack. Then I cook him, and then yeah, after cooking him, he cries. It's a double attack. So yeah, um, after this, he didn't go for that, but he went for um. Let me check what he went for. Oh yes, I remember. He went for g5. Because I can't really take, because I think I'll give his queen purpose again. Maybe I can take here, because he can't necessarily take, because I can take here with the pawn, and then after he takes, it depends on he takes it. Like Chris, I have ideas of this. I'm also taking here. My position is way better. Um, but obviously he didn't go for the equity g5. I didn't really put much thought into it. I just took the No, I took the bishop. Yes, I took the bishop. He took. bishop as well. My rook took. Um, my rook took. Then he took my queen as well. Then I took here, just trying to salvage as much from the position, from the trade. Try to benefit as much from the trade. Here he can't really take my rook because that will be a fatal blunder. As I will make a queenie and then just destroy him and win the game. So yeah, he didn't go for that. He went. Yes, he went rook f1. I took the rook. His king took. Sorry. It's having a little. The board is taking a bit of time to catch up. Rook takes d1, king takes d1, rook d8, check, king e2. Then I take the pawn. Now after rook takes e2, um, then after rook takes e2, I have a beautiful move f5, which completely traps this bishop. Um, like I said, I don't really know. It had one job, and that was to give the check earlier on in the opening, and then I don't know what happened in the middle game. It wasn't really doing as much, so I just decided, okay, let me just trap it and stuff. So it was basically in jail. Yeah, he didn't know how to respond. Played bishop f7, rook d7. Nice with a trick behind the move. Um, let's say you take the pawn. Yeah, let's say you take the pawn. I follow it with rook to e7, and now the bishop is pinned to your king, and I want a free bishop. So yeah, he can't really do that. So rook e7 he played. Rook e7 played. No, sorry. After rook d7, he played bishop f8. Try Because I think that was the best move actually. Just trying to exchange the bishop for the knight. Um, I did leave him with the rook e7. I played rook e7. Bishop takes c6. King takes c6. King e3. King d6. Then he played rook g2, leading into a very like smoky endgame. I didn't take much. I played king e5, played rook g6, and here I was probably left with like 20 minutes. And with that 20 minutes, I thought for like a long time. And when I looked at the clock, I saw myself left with like 8 minutes and stuff. The reason why I thought so long was because I was trying to calculate um this line of check. He comes here, and then he comes here, then he takes my rook, then he takes my pawn, but instead of like taking, I push, instead of like trying to attack the rook, I push e4, e5, but then I saw something like this. I didn't really think it was that winning as much, so I decided to play king g5 after this certain sequence of moves. I didn't want to opt for the e5 move, and he played rook h8. I followed with pawn to e5. He played king to e4, just trying to blockade. Yeah, this is an idea, but then I think he can push. And then if I push, maybe yes, this is now losing. Not necessarily losing as much, but then he gets this pawn, and yeah, after getting that pawn, I think the position is now drawish. So after king e4, I played rook f7. Now the idea is this sacrifice works because if you take, I push my passed pawn, and you can't really stop it. Let's say check, I take your pawn, and I'm just gonna push. I'm just gonna push and make a queen. So yeah, it was basically game over. He played king back to f3. Then I gave him a check on e4. King takes c4. Then I pushed f3. Like I said, you can't stop this pawn anymore. Rook g8 check. King takes h5. Rook g1. f2. Rook h1. King g4. King e3. And when the dust settles, I'm in a winning position. My pawn is about to make a queen. He doesn't have any response in this position. And in this position, candidate Master Tsepele Bajwa resigned. And this was the second time I've actually beaten him in my entire life. I think the score is something like 20 to 20. The score is like 20 to 2 and 2 draws. I've drawn with him twice, beat him twice, and he's beaten me like probably way more than 20 times. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this was the game. And I was really happy after this. And guess what? I actually won the tournament. He was actually the favorite to win, but then after this game, I actually pushed to win the tournament and won the tournament. And the prize money was just 250 rand. Not really as much, but then motivation for me to keep training hard. And actually, this kind of motivated me for future tournaments. So that's all I have for you for today, folks. I hope I hit two birds with one stone, showing you my progress on day 4 and also day 5 of me still looking for a sponsor. I hope to share more games with you like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all for you today, folks. And this is future Grandmaster Batlung Nasela. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.